would wipe away my tears, so sincere, turn gray skies to blue. You won't ever change your ways, doing what you do. Well, you can keep on talking, seat you by the fire. Listen, listen, there's something I must confide. I know I said that it'd be fine. I know I made it look like it'd be alright, but I think I learned my lesson, and I'm not gonna let you out of my sight. You can call me killer, 'cause I'll bring you to the light. And it might taste bitter when your answer ain't to God. You can call me killer as you look into my eyes. Nothing but a sinner. You won't get away this time. You won't get away this time. You won't get away this time. You won't get away.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome once again to the Sunday Diamond Games for the Collegiate Battlegrounds Association. Tonight, I will be your host, Airless Goose, joined, of course, by my esteemed co-host.
Captain Gigabyte, everybody. How you doing?
So, ladies and gentlemen, an important night for a lot of teams in the Diamond Division, as the playoffs are soon approaching in the coming weeks. Let us go ahead and take a look at the teams that need to perform for tonight going into game number 1. You can see UConn and Irvine last week, 416 to 415, respectively, with UConn edging out the 1 point delta to be on the playoffs. So these are the two teams. Again, you'll see these as 11 and 6. Those are the two numbers for these teams. UConn is 11 and Irvine is 6. So
yeah, that's a stupidly close margin.
And 1 point could make the difference. It doesn't matter. In or out, 1 point, 10 points, 8th place is what matters. So we will be doing our best. We're going to try. From UConn, we're ready coming into tonight. And then quickly, let's go through our Diamond competitors again.
Just hope that Florida International doesn't jump over both of you.
Yeah, well, can only hope so much. We have the ASU, of course, University of Washington, University of Cincinnati, Oregon, UC San Diego, University of Texas, Texas Tech, UConn and Irvine, of course, Florida International, UC Boulder, Arizona, East Carolina, Clemson, Robert Morris, Mizzou, Florida, Jacksonville State, and Oregon Tech. And with that, here are the games. So a south to north plane path, veering slightly eastbound. Teams already dropping over towards military base and Pochinki, of course.
It's kind of surprising given the fact that we only have 10 teams here tonight.
A little bit light on the fair. A lot of the teams.
That's not exactly surprising. A lot of the teams that are already in and are very comfortable with being in might have skipped tonight to be. Because they know they're in, they know they're comfortably in, and they're like, we're going to take the opportunity to not burn ourselves out before playoffs come around. Yeah,
and I mean, well, that's a thing, of course, anything can change, and it's possible that, something may happen. But,
yeah. I'm not saying it's particularly good or that they should be doing that,
yeah.
But it's not at all surprising that that's what they're doing, especially because it's a Sunday night,
Mm-hmm. So either with 3 teams down on military, we're looking at Irvine, ASU, and UC San Diego. Irvine being a little bit aggressive here with the drop, I would say, because if they get taken out early, UConn dropped up near the Stalber. So if Team 6 here, the Maroon, gets taken out a little bit early, we're gonna, it's gonna have some consequences for them going forward.
Yeah, that's a huge gamble for them. I mean, they have no idea that ASU landed there. They might have an idea because Arizona State lands on military all the time, though.
Mm-hmm.
So this is a huge risk for them. And if it works out, it's kind of meh. But if it doesn't work out, it's seriously going to hinder them. So this is not a risk I would have taken. This is not a good calculation on their part.
I would disagree with this drop right here. Unless they plan on looting and getting away as fast as humanly possible, then other than that, I can't really see this being something.
I mean, if that is the strategy, they pick the right buildings to land to do that.
Yeah, because you're the farthest away. And then ASU is making an interesting choice, pulling towards factories. So you see them pulling down southbound and keeping away from Team 6 and Team 5 right there from San Diego and Irvine. So,
I mean,
an interesting play.
They usually like to split themselves in the military area. Usually they'll have 2 on where UCSD is and 2 where they currently are now. I've noticed they don't like to go over towards admin buildings.
No, not typically. They usually land kind of on that south side and then sweep along the bottom, and then either over to Novo or over onto the mainland. And a pretty
we're in for
boring circle.
Yeah, we're in for kind of a slow early game. It looks like because a lot of these teams, especially the teams that aren't. Or the teams that are actually, they have to perform tonight, like UConn and UC Irvine. We're expecting them to kind of play really, really, really conservatively during this early game because, they don't want to take any risks that are unnecessary. And then this is a very dry circle. No real action is going to be seen in the early game as all teams are going to have a path to get in and they can avoid everybody to get in. So,
yeah, no, I mean, UConn's closest competition is Arizona in Kameshki, Team 13 in the yellow right there.
And I mean, they're a full click away.
Yeah, and then Washington down in Yaz, but that may be rough for them depending on how they decide to go into the circle, whether they just go straight in or veer west or eastbound.
There's another battle going on in this division that we don't really highlight all that much, and that's the UC Irvine versus University of Washington fight. Now UWash is pretty comfortably in that second position, which, to explain again to those of you that might not know, the first and second place in the regular season get buys right into the finals. for playoffs. So that's another important fight getting into that second spot. University of Washington has that pretty comfortably, but the University of Cincinnati could theoretically, and there are some realistic situations where it could happen, but they could theoretically, muscle their way up into that second spot if they choose to be aggressive with it.
Mm-hmm. I mean, we can go take a look at the points really quick. Diamond contenders. It's a while. It's 80 points. You can see that right there with Washington and Cincinnati second and third. It's not unheard of to get 80 points over someone else, but it's also not common.
No, especially not amongst the top teams. University of Washington would really have to, they'd have to really choke these next 4 games, which, so everybody knows, we do have games this Monday and Thursday as well.
Mm-hmm.
Those are going to be the last games these teams are going to get to play. Because we have our Diamond Division games taking place tomorrow night at 9:30 Eastern Standard, or Eastern Daylight Time, sorry.
Mm-hmm.
And those 2 games are going to be the last games these get to play.
Yep. So the last chance that any of these teams will have to try and get into playoffs is tomorrow. But, again, tonight is just as important for a lot of these teams kind of trying to edge their way into playoffs like UConn and like Irvine. So, I mean, tonight is the setup night.
Yep. Tomorrow night is the real payoff night. So if either UC Irvine or UConn can really put a huge leap on each other, or even either of these other teams that are muscling their way in, like who else do we have here trying to get in? We have Florida International, UC Boulder. They're both trying to muscle their way in too. UC Boulder's kind of a long shot, but in theory they could make it in.
Yeah.
And we have Texas Tech and University of Texas at Austin that are also trying to stay in. Now, University of Texas at Austin, again, is probably in, but they could still fall back depending on how they perform tonight and tomorrow night.
Yep.
So if any one of these teams can really put a huge jump over any of the other ones, that's going to be a moral victory as opposed to a real points victory, because there is, again, still tomorrow that they can make it up, but it's really going to just kind of destroy the team that they put down.
Yeah, and I mean, it's possible that they do that kind of moral damage, but depending on the mental fortitude of the other team, you can channel that negative energy into come on, we can do better than this kind of thing. But
it's all going to depend.
Yeah, it all really depends on the situation. If it's a really close engagement and they just barely get knocked out of the position that they were in, or I don't know, it really depends on the situation, like how badly they get put out.
Yeah, and it's all going to depend on how they channel that negative energy. Because let's face it, one of these teams in that 2 to 4 team buffer zone, 1 or 2 of those teams are going to come out feeling real bad tonight. And it's going to depend on how their leader, this is where leadership really comes into these teams. It's going to depend on how their leader decides to channel that energy and how well he can, quote unquote, rally the troops.
Mm-hmm. Definitely. I mean, when we said it wasn't going to be a very exciting early game,
we weren't lying to people.
We weren't lying. I mean, the potential engagement with Yaz and UConn, or Yaz with Washington and UConn coming down from Stahlberg. You see Washington Team 2 going towards the care package. So that's not going to amount to much of anything.
And it looks like all 3 of the teams in Millbase just decided to take different routes in. We saw the ASUs already on the mainland. Not exactly sure what route they took, whether it was vehicle or boat. But we see UC Irvine's going to... they were on the shore trying to get in, and then UCSD was just bridge camping. So...
Mm-hmm. So, I mean, mid to late game, you're going to see a lot of stuff going on. But as of right now, it's just...
Take that? No, they didn't.
No, what?
They just... What?
They just went right by it.
Did they not even know it was there?
I mean, it's not really... it's pretty good. It's M24.
I mean, they know that there are so few people in this game. They know that.
Mm-hmm.
They know that the chances of running into another team at that crate are slim to none. So that was a free crate, and they just kind of walked away from it.
Did they even know that it was there? Again, they were kind of moving late as it dropped, so...
That's the only thing I could think of, is that they just had no idea the crate was there.
Yeah, so... You see UT down there, Team 8, Texas Austin, and I believe They both have kind of recon. You can see Isolith now kind of scoping out the two-story buildings, trying to get a read onto where these players may indeed be, but this may be the first engagement if they decide to go through with it. So hopefully, yeah, Detonator takes.
We are going to have shots.
Detonator with the first shots of the game. Oh. Snow Dragons from ASU actually getting Cuddy Boo Boo in the kill feed over there. So this engagement didn't produce the first down, but ASU going to get the first knock of the game. It's now Texas Austin returns fire. Elwood.
Cuddy Boo Boo is from UC Irvine.
Ooh, Irvine. See Fallen Angel picking out Looter. Oh no, Irvine. Ooh, Irvine's down one player finally because Looter just got finished off. But this might be big right now. Oh, two down right now for Irvine. Shadow 1Z and Cuddy Boo Boo. Oh no. Last one, Shabu's in the water.
He needs to just run.
Oh no, Irvine. That's going to be good for UConn, seeing that in the kill feed.
This could be disastrous for UC Irvine, though.
Yeah, I
know you're laughing.
On the other foot, yeah, no, this is good for UConn, but terrible for Irvine. If Shabu kind of gets caught out, ASU, maybe you see them kind of scoping the water if they try and pick out the swim where he's swimming. Shabu looks maybe kind of trapped here. If he gets out of the water, he's going to get shot. If he continues going, ASU is just going to keep a read on him. So
he's got to try and get around that little peninsula, that tiny little peninsula down there, and just try and get up on land over there. Try and just cut off as many angles as he can.
Yeah, it's his only hope of
life.
Yeah, it's his only hope of getting out. Because other than that, he doesn't really have much else to go on now that the rest of his team is gone. I mean, It's good that Irvine's not totally gone yet, so they do have a chance to survive. And we've seen solo boys, survive for quite a while. But, again.
They're definitely not in a good position, though, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Are they going to go for this crate now?
Possibly, yeah. Now that they did know about it. I wonder what the rationale was for not going for it immediately.
I don't know. Maybe they wanted to kind of scout it for a little bit, see if anybody would come over to it, try and get a couple easy early game kills.
That still just doesn't feel right. I feel like there was something else that we're not getting here.
I don't know.
Because if you were concerned about going for it, you could either just get the M24 and camp it out and then wait for people to come, but
maybe they knew the other team was over there. Who knows,
I'd be really surprised to know if they actually knew that UT Austin was over there.
I don't know. I would be really surprised to see that too, but I don't know.
Yeah.
Doesn't make a lot of sense from any angle you look at it.
No, not entirely. You see, now they're actually going to go re-engage Signite, one with the M24 on UT. So, maybe that was the strat. You could see them. Oh, actually, he gave the helmet swap to Signite, who has the M24. He's going to be doing the peeking, so it makes sense to kind of give the helmet to him. As UT now re-engages, Signite going to be taking a little bit of damage there, or Signite watching his teammate take a little bit of damage as he now scopes out the two-story window, the two-story building, trying to get one of those peaks. Reader.
Who are they taking? Oh, they are taking shots at the. Oh, we might see some action here coming up after all.
Yep.
We have University of Arizona rolling up on Washington right now, University of Cincinnati in the north passing by them, and then University of Texas at Austin in that compound down to the west of them. So
here comes the University. Oh, Icelip going to get nailed by that buggy, and he's going to get out, and Major Big Bear is going to try. He didn't go to finish him, and he's going to get sprayed down. You can see now Swindle, U of A, the rest of them now down there engaging UT, but Argonaut, last player left alive as Texas finished us off Swindle, and Argonaut is just going to get away. Elwood getting kill credit onto Swindle right there, and U of A just kind of
get the heck away.
U of A just fell apart right there.
I mean, they did come in with 3 this game, so that might be throwing them off a little bit. So
yeah, but I don't know. That was kind of a rough engagement. They got kind of caught by 2 teams. And then ended up going down, but not out. So 33 and 10 teams left. Oh, now here comes Cincinnati with the long-range engagements on to UW. You see G Price here again with the 2 times scoping out the hill, giving call-outs to the rest of Cincinnati, and again, just trying to nail these shots, but with the 2 times, it's really hard to accurately predict where you're going to land. I mean, you could do it. It's just not as easy. Wild Honey Badger, though, has the 4 times car, which is significantly easier. But Washington returning fire. G Price. On Signite. Nope, not just... Yeah. You can see the last final futility shots. Not able to connect with anything, though. In a fairly central circle, I would reckon to say. Not anything crazy.
Yeah. We are going to see UCSD. They might see our Arizona State here.
I believe, yep. See
Yep,
Snowdragon's
there it
going to
is.
zoom in. Following Snowdragon's trying to land those shots. Hits 1. 2. Just 2. Fallen Angel actually going to go
but I'm
down.
pretty sure he has a level 3 vest. Otherwise, yeah, it hurt a lot worse.
And Terran's going to get the pick. The 1 drop. He's pre-firing that rock with the Mini 14 there, but this just doesn't do as much damage as it used to. Fallen
Yeah,
Angel.
no, the stopping power on the Mini 14's been kind of nerfed, and rightfully so, if you ask me. That weapon was bonkers for the longest time.
Interesting enough, Len's going to make an aggressive, kind of buggy scout push. Snowdragon's going to be pushing up towards the little hut in Raikou. Fallen Angel's still down, by the way. Raikou looking to regroup now. Onto Fallen Angel. Those smokes are down, so he is indeed going to go for the res. Wondering if San Diego's just going to try and spray through the smoke, but looks like the res is going to go off here, and San Diego is not going to have much to do about it. ASU probably going to get out pretty healthy here.
Yeah, it's looking that way.
Yeah, again, these long-range slap fights that you see happen a lot rarely end with a team getting killed. So it's
Wild Honey Badger just took down Signite. This is University of Cincinnati versus University of Washington, happening to the north of these guys. Important matchup right there.
Yeah, you know, trying to get that second spot. Cincinnati. It's a long road to get there, but you know, stranger things have happened. And again, this was the long-range fight as they kind of were the third player to engage, as UT was engaging University of Washington a little bit earlier on in the game, and then hearing the shots, Cincinnati kind of turned gears and looked over.
Charging battery.
So, again, still 10 teams, still 33 left alive going into the third circle here. Just kind of a... Oh, I can fly Jake onto Snowdragons from ASU. And then gonna finish off the kill immediately. Wow. So 32 ASU now down to 3 players. Meme Daddy Heinrich from Team 17. Mizzou looking at Raikou right now. Oh, Agni. Oops. This is gonna knock out Fallen Angel. Car gonna go for the res right now, but Raikou's gonna be, or Agni's trying to sprint away on that bike. I can fly Jake again, now making a more aggressive push as they saw that happen, and they saw the other person leave. They saw Agni leave, so now there's only 2 at the rock, and they're gonna try. Mizzou's gonna try and make this a 2v4 that they can win. Again, trying to land Meme Daddy, trying to hang out those shots as he peeks the right side of the rock, but not able to do anything. Raikou. A nice shot onto Raikou right there.
You got to imagine Arizona State. They're kind of like, they're not in a bad position, but they're definitely not particularly healthy right now. As they're probably running low on, they're starting to run low on meds. Their armor's probably becoming damaged pretty quickly.
Yep. And then Raikou's just trying to do the stop and run as he tries and gets away from Mizzou in Heinrich's Mini 14 right there.
Mizzou has a really good spread out right now. They're kind of on both sides of the hill, so they can see all the angles. Good positioning from Mizzou, to be honest.
G Price on the lens from Cincinnati onto San Diego, going to finish the kill off. Wild Honey Badger going to get Flash and Terrence, and is that it for San Diego? That is going to be it for San Diego.
Shabu did make it out, by the way.
He's still alive. Still one player.
So UC Irvine's still in it. Oh, we have 2 teams dead.
2 teams dead so far.
Not sure who it is.
Oh.
Anybody know who's out?
Yeah.
If it's UConn.
No, it's not. I don't think so. I think I saw them on the top. I mean, once we get a look at the map again, we'll be able to tell you Carpe Diem, Agni. Long range M4, slap shots, trying to land anything, but not able to connect. A little bit of a long range engagement for a 5.56, but not totally unheard of.
I don't know. I'd rather use a Scar at a long range than, you know, an AK.
Well, yeah, but
Because screw that weapon.
that's generally the...
Bryce shooting at?
I don't know, actually. Did he
The
see
dead team?
UT?
I,
Who knows?
maybe he's shooting at the dead team. Who knows? You know?
But see, actually, Agni onto Washington right here. This is a super aggressive stance to hold. This is actually insanely aggressive, being right up close onto Washington.
Where's the rest of his team? They've got to be pretty far.
I know Agni kind of drove away on the bike, and I knew he left Agni. Or yeah, Agni was the one that drew away on the bike. And he left Raikou. Shabu. Shabu's actually going to get out of there, which is big. Signite. Going down to Agni.
Spray.
Good spray from Agni. Now looking for the rest of the team getting... Yep, they have a read on where Agni is, so he's going to try and just get on out of there.
Squalid movie got him, though.
Mm-hmm. Here comes the rest of the
team. And now they've put themselves between a Washington and a Cincinnati place.
Yeah, and a UT place. Yeah, here's Raikou on the bike, trying to get away from the Suck Extreme, taking shots with the M16. The rest of the team returning fire again, now trying to land onto ASU, who gets over the crest of the hill. Oh, Isolith is going to make kind of an aggressive push as he gets one down. Looking for the car. Fallen Angel is going to die right there. Going to bleed out. Elwood actually getting kill credit for that from UT. Now Agni. Looking like he's going to go down right here, and he does indeed, leaving one player left alive, I believe, for ASU. Raikou.
Okay.
Oh, there they go. And ASU actually going to get...
Wow.
Yeah. ASU.
Wait, who else just died?
Two teams just died. Isolith going down from UT.
If University of Washington leaves this early, like if they would lose this engagement, and University of Cincinnati went on to finish pretty high in this game, that could bring this into striking distance for them.
Yeah, it could bring the delta down, especially as Washington losing some players right now. Isolith is super low, going to try and get behind the tree, but is Dessa... Oh no. What? I mean, that was easily rezzed. He was in strike. He was in rezzing distance. Mo Reader looking a little bit low as well.
I don't think he was a safe res at that point, though. I think he was still spotted out.
Edwin Ace go down to the play zone right there, but...
And Detonator definitely cannot get down to Mo Reader and try to res him. He would be caught out immediately, and he's already at half health, so they would just kill him instantly.
Yeah, UT actually doing a really good job of kind of picking and cleaning up these teams right now. They got... Or they watched ASU go down. And
Elwood and DeGrotto, they're flanking up.
Making the aggressive sense. They bring one in the car to go up and around to try and... Destinator weighing his options here. And then to try and get out. But as he runs down the hill, he may be exposed. No, he looks like the terrain's not going to be in his favor for DT. But now...
Is exposed from Cincinnati, though.
Yeah. So, I mean...
At this point, Cincinnati knows exactly who these guys are.
Yeah, they've been seeing this engagement go down, and while there may be some little bit of uncertainty, they know. And that's UT. Oh, wow. Detonator going to get Elwood. What a great turn and peek onto Elwood right there. As Elm Zero now just trying to land those shots. Just trying to land just a few.
I kind of feel sorry for Detonator right now.
Kind of. He's in a rough spot. Yeah.
He's in a really rough spot.
Yeah, he's got UT right on top of him, and then Cincinnati now actually has UT as well.
Angle, and that's going to be it?
Yep, Destinator going to go down as the Sucking Stream finishes him off, but Elm Zero knocking out Elwood. You're going to see him just tap shooting onto UT right there.
Well, knocking out Elwood here would really hurt UT.
No, he's not actually going to get him. He's beefing these shots as much as he... Like, he's just not getting them.
I think at this point he's just trying to lay down fire into that smoke, hoping he hits somebody.
Hoping it's something, yeah.
Knocks off the tire of the car, maybe. Who knows?
Yeah,
You know,
as they kind
but
of run their way
Wash-
over to the Dacia.
Wash will go down in 6th.
Mm-hmm.
And this could be a really big moment for Cincinnati to try and close that delta.
Yeah. I mean, that's pretty good, now it's all gravy. More points than they have as DeGrotto. The real squints from Team 7 is Mizzou. DeGrotto going down from Fried Rice is going to get it. I can fly Jake and finish it with the Vector. Oh, the Suck. Wow, Suck Extreme actually going to go down with a great peek from Jake. And he gets a finish.
This is why I love the Vector so much.
Oh, yeah. That time to kill is pretty fast. Rate of fire, Squalid movie, taking some shots.
I mean, considering it can drop its whole extended mag in, what, less than 2 seconds, I think?
Mm-hmm.
Pretty sure it's less than 2.
Squalid movie, now going to go down. And
Last one from Robert Morris.
Robert Morris and UT taking some damage there. Is now they still have a read, the real squints, still having a look onto EMP Captain up there. Wow, Mizzou really held their own right there.
Yeah.
Real Squints has a kind of an idea of where those guys are based on the smokes. So again, just trying to wait and see. 4 teams.
Oh,
wait.
UC Irvine is
UC Irvine,
dead.
yeah, I just noticed. UConn having all 4 players alive. This is
This
big.
is huge for them too.
Wild Honey Badger and getting onto EMP Captain right now from Cincinnati onto UT. So we have
And
and there they go. UT actually going to go down as Wild Honey Badger gets Elwood and EMP.
down to our top 3 here.
Actually, this is awesome. I love having all
really
4 teams still left
This
alive.
is really huge for
Yeah.
2 of the 3 teams left in here.
Mm-hmm.
The other one is just like kind of nice.
Yeah, and all 4 of these people, all 4 of these, or 3 of these teams have 4 players left alive. So, I mean,
It's gonna
even
be
playing
pretty
field,
nice.
I would say.
Yeah.
UConn could get caught out here as Elm Zero looking on top of the hill. Yeah, and sees them, but Elm Zero has not a very good history of taking these long-range engagements with the Scar-L this game. So
He's been kind of off today.
Yeah.
I know he wasn't really taking this game seriously, but it's like even for him, he's been kind of off today. Usually, he has a really good history with these kinds of engagements.
yeah, and you see he's going to get one shot at the Feral C right there, but now onto Mr. Muffs, trying to lead him right there. Oh yeah, Mr. Muffs going to get hit a little bit. Is he going to be able to go down? Yeah, he's going to go down there.
But he's going to get behind the tree.
I can fly Jake getting Ally D. Divine Mercy now behind the tree. 2 down for UConn. As they're just kind of getting double teamed. His Feral C as well, super low. There's no cover for these guys. Divine Mercy, last player left alive. He has the smokes, but looking pretty bad as UConn was just in a rough spot, having to cross. I don't believe they had a single good route to get into the zone here.
Yeah, I don't think Divine Mercy gets any of these guys up here. I don't think Divine Mercy lives much longer anyway.
Come on, Elm. Can he hit those shots? He can't, and he's gonna live. Mr. Muffs actually may be able to get rezzed if he can make it to the compound in time. And there he goes, gonna try and make the run for it. Mr. Muffs
He's gonna be able to get him.
yeah, he's gonna go for the res right now, actually. And UConn still alive. In 3rd place for them. And we'll take a look to see where Irvine finished at the end of the game standings, but
Yeah, we will have an updated standings list for you. Maybe not a slide, but we'll have an updated list for you. Game 2.
you can see the res, but they still have to get inside of the zone. Mr. Muff's gonna go down again, and Divine Mercy trying his best to get in. But with Cincinnati watching you from the top of the hill, there's not really too much you can do.
Yeah, no. There.
Oh,
Whoa!
whoa, not yet. Not yet. Carpe DM finishing off Mr. Muffs. And Divine Mercy, John.
Oh, there's like a pixel of his foot out there.
Yeah. He's going to be able to first aid.
I don't think Zero sees it though.
He's in, but they know exactly what tree he's at.
Yeah.
So
There's not a chance he lives through this engagement. He's not in the zone
really.
either.
No.
He's just barely outside of it. Oh, that is just unfortunate, honestly, for Divine Mercy.
Yeah.
He's
Oh
gonna get
no.
dunked by zone, and then you see her.
Come on. Yeah, there he goes. And G Price. Gonna get that. UConn finishes 3rd. You know, it's not bad. Seeing as they finished several places higher than Irvine. You know,
Yeah, that's just the kind of placement they needed, honestly.
they needed a top 3 finish. Now from Mizzou and Cincinnati, I think Cincinnati's positioning here really helps, and if Elm Zero can keep hitting those shots, you know, the rest of the team does seem to be doing pretty good. G Price and Honey Badger landing their shots tonight, I would say pretty decently. Switching over to the SKS with a red dot onto Fried Rice. No, Elm is actually going to get that with the SKS. Now onto Heinrich. Heinrich going to go down, 2 left alive for Mizzou. Squints
Elm
and Jake.
wants those kills. He wants them real bad.
Mm-hmm.
He has 4 games to try and get 19 kills to beat Sayuka.
Good shots onto Squints, but not going to go down. G Price finishing Fried Rice right there. And I Can Fly Jake and the real Squints, the last 2 players for Mizzou. Here comes the fat nade. Is it going to connect?
Oh, if he hits those.
No, a little
You
short.
would have had to jump to get him.
Yeah.
They're just in that gully over there, or are they?
Yep. So it's really just kind of waiting for Cincinnati to push this and finish these guys off.
They're gonna push it. There's no doubt.
Yeah, no doubt. You can see one long flank with the car.
Carpe is just kind of long flanking out, just to be, one as a safety thing, and 2 as a try and get a long angle.
So we 4v2 right now. I mean, they do have a ridge to play with, but Cincinnati is just gonna swarm these guys.
Oh, Carpe's on the side of them. They're dead.
Mm-hmm. It's looking pretty bad for Mizzou right here.
Yeah.
I don't see them doing much unless they can clutch out 4 kills right here and come back to win the game, which would be insane and impressive.
That would be the play of the season. Oh, the nade!
Nade, yep, there it is.
Oh, the nades.
Carpe.
Great job, Carpe. Great job, University of Cincinnati.
Going to take it.
And that's really gonna help them.
Mm-hmm. Irvine in 8th place. UConn in 3rd.
13 kills coming out of UC Irvine as well. Or sorry, University of
Cincinnati. Yeah. Elm Zero actually at 5 right there. For all that we were saying, he's kind of missing his shots. He did walk away with the highest kills with 5. 5 from Elm. So first we had Cincinnati. Second, you had Mizzou, and 3rd, UConn. 4th, UT. So yeah, 5th, Robert Morris. Good games all around. ASU with a little bit of a low finish. San Diego and U of A as well. But overall, I mean, that was exactly what UConn needed right there. Pretty much to a T.
Yeah. And if my math is correct, I think UConn is going to increase their lead by 11. So it looks like they're going to be up by 12 points going into game 2.
And that's pretty good. That's a lot of points you can work with here.
Yeah, that's a huge amount of points.
Mm-hmm. So while we wait for game 2s, go ahead and take a look at some of the close engagements we have with these teams as well. ASU and Washington, how these 2 teams stack up to each other. Total kills, ASU actually has 239 total kills with an average of 8.357 kills per game. Their average placement is 2 for better, but like 2 is that, yeah, I mean, average second place in CBA is 2, which is insane.
That's ridiculous.
That's pretty ridiculous. And they have 9 wins compared to Washington with 172 total kills, 5.786 kills per game, an average placement of 4.6, and then 8 wins total. So I mean, the delta's pretty high with these. The average placement is a full near, even rounding up, about 3.
University of Cincinnati, though.
Yeah, I mean,
they're going to cut down that delta by 26 points.
Mm-hmm.
Just this game alone, according to my math.
Yeah,
and that's cutting it down by over a quarter.
Mm-hmm.
So if they keep up that pace for the rest of the games that they have, they will get it. but that's assuming they keep up at that pace, which is hard to. It's hard to do. It's possible, but it's really hard to do.
I mean, if they keep doing what they're doing, they'll be able to do it. They keep playing the way they're playing. They'll be able to get through it and make that delta up. But anything can happen. We have 3 more Diamond games in the regular season.
Mm-hmm.
Now we are just waiting for game number 2 to start.
Yep.
So go ahead and look at the wins by team. You have ASU in first place with 9 wins total. Second, the University of Washington has 8 wins total. Then tied for third is UIUC, UTK, and UC Riverside. So, tied for 6th, and then tied for 4th, you actually have 5 teams: Kennesaw, UTSA, University of Oregon, West Virginia, Virginia Commonwealth, and then in 5th, you have Cincinnati, which is kind of crazy, the fact that Cincinnati 3 wins, but they're in 3rd place with a significant amount of points. And Kennesaw has 4 wins, but they are not, even in contention for playoffs at this point.
They got those 4 wins in a row. Those 4 over the course of those 2 weeks in I think it was split 1. Mm-hmm. And then after that, they just kind of fell out. They I don't know what happened. Just the consistency thing.
Yeah.
Is probably the most critical part of CBA, and not being consistent is just, it's a death sentence.
Yeah, and you can see that Cincinnati is consistent and doing well, because you can see they're 715 points after and before the game. But then only 3 wins, so they're consistently playing well. But they don't need, wins aren't everything. It's important to note that there's more behind this, more going on behind the scenes right here. And then, speaking of killing players, we alluded to a little bit earlier. If you were paying attention, you saw Elm Zero maybe catching up to Suka. And after that game with 5 kills, he's going to be at 87 total.
Suka's at exactly 100.
At 100. So now they are 13 kills off, which is not, impossible.
Oh, for those of you asking about interviews, we will be interviewing our 2 winning teams. However, we will be doing that after the second game has been finalized.
Yep. We will be doing consecutive interviews after those games. Now, taking a look. And then you have Snow Dragons. Elm Zero actually surpassed Snow Dragons after the last week. A little bit of smack talk coming down from those 2 players, but Elm Zero actually on top now with 82, kind of popped off. Then you're in trouble with 77's Raven, 74, Vita Victim, 69 kills. So a little bit more even spread out, I would say. And if you look at the week you look as of 4 or 5, you have a lot of ties, 71, 77, and then V had 61. But then looking on to 3 days later, it's more spread out. There's no ties, and it's more an even distribution, with Suka still just on top with 100.
All right. We might want to take a break here for just a couple minutes.
Yep.
And then we will be right back. Not going to give a specific timeline, but we'll be back shortly with Diamond game number 2 on Collegiate PUBG.
Don't go anywhere, ladies and gentlemen.
taste bitter when you're answering to God. You can call me killer as you look into my eyes. Nothing but a sinner. You won't get away this time. 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 You won't get away. You can call me killer, 'cause I'll bring you to life. And it might taste bitter when you're answering God. You can call me killer as you look into my eyes. Nothing but a sinner. Won't get away this time.
Feel me like a Hellcat. Running like a Hellcat. Like a Hellcat. Running like a Hellcat. Like a Hellcat.
Walking alone, the streets are empty. The only thing I can see is my own silhouette. I'm getting stronger, step by step. The clock is ticking, but there's no time for regrets. I've been flying from town to town, from London to Taiwan. I've been all around the globe trying to protect your soul. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight. Yeah. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight. Feel like a dynamite, ready to explode right up in the sky. I need you to listen, I need you to hear.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Collegiate Battlegrounds. I, of course, am Airless Goose, joined by my esteemed co-host.
I'm Gigabyte. Welcome back, everybody.
Welcome back to the game number 2 for the Diamond Division of the Sunday games. We will be starting in just about 30 seconds as we cue the flyover.
Look at this excellent scenery.
Coming out of that game, UConn has now, I believe, 12 or 13 above Irvine. So they have a little bit more place to work with. So that playoff, the gap is growing a little bit larger. UConn did have a substitute. Mr. Muff swapped in for one of our other our players, Farrell
I
C.
mean, the same thing happened on Monday of last week. UConn jumped ahead by a few, and then the second game, UCI just closed it right the heck back up.
Yep. With 11 teams this time. Wow. Who can believe?
That feels bad to say, honestly.
It does. It's not that much, it's not... Let's just be honest with you. It's not the most exciting thing in the whole wide world. But Plane Path, on the other hand, is pretty interesting. Seeing it's a opposite kind of last time. On the other side, it's a west side plane path going north to south, veering a little bit westward. You have teams dropping Severny this time, or maybe going over towards Stalber, but that's less likely. And UConn holding out for a hero. And by hero, I mean they're waiting for everybody else to get out of that plane path and going as far away from the other teams as they possibly can. You can see them checking for ASU, but nope, they don't.
Probably the right decision.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Yeah. ASU.
Meanwhile, UC Irvine is just dropping in the middle of everybody.
Yeah, they're kind of in. I mean, are they alone in Severny? I believe they are, but then you have U of A, University of Arizona, not ASU, landing over in shooting range. So that could have something to do with an engagement. Usually she's shooting range and Severny are kind of close to each other, so there may be a little bit of natural engagement between the two. But as of right now, they're not in any immediate danger for teams dropping. On the other hand, the Ross School area, you see Cincinnati and...
Shooting range definitely doesn't have enough loot for a whole squad to take. Duos, yes, but not for a whole squad. So they're naturally going to get pushed to another city. And they have two choices. They can either go to Zarki or they can go to Severny. Severny's closer, but they know if they go there, they're going to have to fight. And that may not be on their agenda, considering they'll be severely underlooted. And they're going to be running up against a team that's probably had 2 or 3 minutes to loot the whole city. So they're probably better off trying to pick up a vehicle and going to Zarki rather than going into Severny and trying to fight UC Irvine.
You can see Mizzou and Washington here landing this sort of compound. You see kind of edged in. You have the, as I like to call it, disappointing 2-story building because there's never a lot of loot in there.
I call it crater. Because if you look, it's it's like in a little divot in the ground.
Yeah, it's in a little bit of a depression, geographically speaking. But certainly depressed when you go into that main 2-story for loot, to be honest with you. It's just nothing there. And actually, the circle going to benefit all of the northbound teams a fair amount, actually. You can see military cutoff, but ASU, of course, knows how to play that, so there's no concern. I would say Hate D from Oregon playing in this game.
I think they landed really split up.
They did.
I saw Hate D down there, and then I saw a couple people on like.
Yes,
I
Solsa
really
was on
don't
the
even know
shoreline.
where I saw everybody. Yeah.
You saw, I think Solsa was on the shoreline, and then there was one other player from Oregon. I thought was close to Hate D, but you can see Elm Zero running at Hate D with the micro Uzi, the level 1 vest, no backpack, no helmet.
He wants that 100.
He wants that 100 so bad.
He wants the 100.
He said it himself. He's going for it. And if you see someone from Oregon is like, hey, that's like shark bait. Look at him. Look at he's patiently waiting for Hate D to go outside so he can knock and kill him. This is kind of just hysterical. And you have Cincinnati, the rest of them coming up from behind, giving Elm support. But guarantee I can hear Elm telling his team, hey, he's mine. Sees him in the window.
Like, hey, let me go.
Let me.
You guys are only gonna knock everybody from now on. I'm just gonna. I'm gonna kill him.
I'm gonna get the kill credit here. Look at him.
Okay, he would.
Yeah.
They would all.
Yep.
Yeah.
Wild Honey Badger, again, with the micro Uzi coming around back. Hate D has to probably have spotted Elm Zero out, as Elm Zero gets one shot off on Hate D, which is not enough. He's going to jump out the back as Wild Honey Badger, softening him up.
Elm Zero's like, no,
nope.
give me.
Wait a minute. Wait now. There we go. One closer. I guarantee they're saying something to each other.
Chat.
Yeah,
They're
no.
talking in game chat. Elm Zero's like, nothing personal, brah.
This Wild Honey Badger finishes off Hate D, and Oregon gonna lose one of their players for first blood. Yeah, I see Salsa down there, and Chubba Bubba's up in Severny. What the heck is happening with Oregon right now? I'm kind of confused, to be honest with you.
Yeah, what?
You're gonna do?
Where's and Chubba Bubba?
He's yeah.
What?
What?
Are they memeing right now?
I can't tell. I feel like I'm getting punked, but I'm not
You
sure.
lit, brah?
Other than that, this is a fairly standard distribution of people, according to the Plain Pass. Washington, of course, going Yasnaya again. You have San Diego going South George, and Robert Morris in North George. UT in Pochinki. Mizzou in that crater area west of Farm. Salsa from Oregon, south of Pochinki.
I bet Robert Morris was tired of getting pushed out of Pachinki by UT. Literally every game.
Literally every game. I mean, sometimes they went down fighting. Elwood, actually, Robert Morris did actually end up winning a fight and leaving Elwood left alive as the only remaining player. But, I mean, other than that, typically, UT definitely wins those engagements.
Yeah.
And that was in that fight where Elwood was the last remaining player. Happened early on, so it hasn't happened in quite a while.
They're not even trying to get near each other.
Yeah, no, I mean, I don't even know what's going on with Oregon right now.
What? I think the observer just messed up. He clicked on Chubba Bubba and then it went over to Heinrich.
Now
What?
we're looking at Chubba Bubba, who's on
Yeah.
shooting range, moving down south. Maybe they have the inkling to, hey, maybe we want to,
Maybe
finally
we wanna
meet up with
link
each other?
Yeah.
Maybe?
Oh, he's not boosting. He's trying to conserve gas. Look at it. Look at how low his vehicle is on gas.
Oh, yeah. And he has,
Oh god, I never thought we'd get to the point of board in casting a CBA game where we'd be critiquing how much gas the vehicle has.
11 teams and 40 players in a CBA game, so early games are, a little bit less. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if he stops here and goes to look for a gas can, which is an item I don't think I've ever even mentioned.
Not in a CBA game, that's for sure.
Not really, no. I mean, gas cans... I mean, you could keep one on you, but they take a lot of capacity, and you'd rather probably have just like a med kit.
Yeah.
Or anything, any form of meds or some ammo.
I know players that swear by keeping a gas can on them. I'm like, why? Why would you do that?
I think maybe like the 1 in 25 chance that a gas can actually comes into use, that you're gonna like, oh, this is the best thing ever, like right now.
You know what would be super neat is if they added a mechanic. It would be highly unrealistic and it would go against the whole theming of PUBG. But if they added a mechanic where you could put a gas can down somewhere, as a live item and shoot it, and it would explode.
I was just thinking about the same kind of thing.
That would be so cool to see. To be completely
Yeah,
honest.
that would be. It would give them another purpose.
Yeah. Like,
Yeah.
Or a purpose in general. Because
Or a
frankly,
purpose in general.
They're kind of, you know, useless.
It's like as close to a clothing item as you can get, but you can't wear gas cans, so it doesn't even have that going for it. But you can't fuel your car with a jacket. So, you weigh your odds here. 39 players. Somebody died. We saw I Can Fly Jake from Mizzou was down. But Fallen Angel regrouping with his team.
He has another player in there too, I think.
Does he? I think there's only one.
Yeah.
No, there's only one. You see it on the car on the bottom.
Oh yeah, it's only him. So Dragons and Raikou up there. Where's the other teammate? Oh, he's down by Crater. Or no, that's
No, that's still Mizzou. Where is the
It's
other
still
player from ASU? I'm wondering.
Where?
They did have 4 coming in. Oh, look at all this going on. Near shooting range of U of A, you have UT.
Oh, here he is. Oh,
There's-
never mind.
no, that's
We're looking at
Raikou.
Raikou's.
Oh no, there's 2 in Snow Dragon's car.
Okay. I think he meant to look at, one of these guys over here.
Yeah, you get Irvine, UT, and U of A. Irvine and UT kind of near each other right now. So in engagement, yeah, you can see DeGrotto on Cuddy Boo Boo right now. And if Irvine goes down early again,
That might just spell the end, or the
like,
realistic end, I should say.
for well, I mean, it would depend on how good or bad UConn does, but
Yeah.
again, this
But
is
UConn is pretty far away from everybody right now, as they're kind of driving in from Morsk at the moment.
yeah. So I mean, I think that was the strat going in. Just kind of you want to make sure. Oh no, a little bit late. DeGrotto going to wait a little bit too long for that shot. Not going to connect. Going to see Cuddy Boo Boo taking a little bit of damage as Elwood manages to knock some hits. Looter going to be taking some damage as well. DeGrotto with the Car 98K against Shadow Onesie. Going to try and go for the headshot. Believe is not going to go down. Level 3 helmet.
Lots of damage on those two, though.
Mm-hmm. I'm going to have to reheal.
Long range slap fights.
Long range, indeed.
Pretty sure Shadow Onesie is down to bandages. Or if he has, like, a couple bandages and, like, 1 first aid kit, probably the right time to use them.
Mm-hmm. Probably just have to use those bandages because you have the time to met up here with the bandages. You're not in any imminent danger.
Yeah, you just kind of save that first aid kit until you have to heal, like, on the spot.
DeGrotto, speaking of bandages, is carrying 30. That's
Uh,
that's a lot of bandages. I'm just gonna be
mean,
honest.
you do you, bro.
He has 3
if you-
first aids.
If you have the space for them,
Yeah,
I guess.
I guess.
and then you
So-
just drop them whenever you want to pick something up, once you run out of space, but...
Mm-hmm. Elwood gonna gack out Cuddy Boo Boo. With that M4 headshot is gonna go down there. Now looking at Looter trying to pick him out. Maybe Shadow Onesie's peeking that window where Cuddy is.
Tell Cuddy Boo Boo to move out of the window, and you might be able to res him.
Mm-hmm.
There you go.
Yeah, there you go. Not able to. Now they're able to get the res off. Not able to get that confirmed kill. It would have been interesting to see UT push that there. But it may have been rough seeing that you would have to split your attention between 2 different compounds across 2 different sides of the street.
Yeah, this is kind of bad microplay from DeGrotto here. He's kind of splitting his attention between 2 compounds, and you don't want to do that. You don't want to split your attention singly between 2 compounds. Now, your team, yes, you have the ability to. You have 2 people watching each compound. That's what you do.
Yeah.
But you don't have 1 person watching both.
You see a lot of the, some of the better teams that, I'm not saying by any means that UT is a bad team, but some of our top teams that we've interviewed that have won these games, and I've asked specifically about their interview, or in the interview, about their ability to split their attention between teams like that, and they usually do hold the 2-2 split. Tends to be the case, just so you as you're moving between houses, you could miss an opportunity to knock a headshot. So again, you have an opportunity cost there associated with moving back and forth.
And they have all 4 people.
Yeah,
They're not hurting for manpower to be able to watch both.
Yep.
So I feel as though Texas, Austin. I'm pretty sure they're close to locked into playoffs at this point.
Yes.
I feel as though going into playoffs, that's something that they have to work on. Their microplay. There's no one there.
Heinrich shooting at a suspiciously looking Bush who, I could see it. I could see where you would think it has a level 2 helmet. But
That's a meme at this point. Gosh darn it, blue hole and you human and your humanoid bushes.
Yep.
Especially on low settings.
Especially in low settings. He's going to go down though as M0 kind of punishes that really aggressive peek, but actually going to get peeked himself as Squint's going to knock M0 out there. Going to get that car, try and bring it up, maybe get out of here. Again,
They're just kind of like, yeah, we've had enough of that.
Ooh! Sauce?
What?
Oh, you know what? Spectator plug. The door is probably
Spectator.
open.
Yeah, door's open.
The door's probably open. Yep, there it is. There it is. Tulsa going to go down there. Team 3, Oregon. An interesting start with Cincinnati and DeGrotto. Going to get that nice headshot onto Tulsa there. Then Chubba Bubba with the pistol out. Taking some fall damage, actually, as he jumps out of the building going to get his res. But DeGrotto peeks away at the wrong time. Or does he? Yep, at the wrong time. Probably could have caught Chubba Bubba out there.
It seems to be a consistent theme from DeGrotto at this point.
Kind of moving it. Oh, no. Look at Irvine. Shabu.
This could be bad if they run right up. Okay, looks like they're just going to kind of skirt around him.
No, they stopped.
Oh, nope, they stopped.
Shabu going to be half health here as EMP Captain takes those shots. Not really able to connect with a handful of them. Switching over to the 2 times now. Pushing down around the tree, trying to figure out Shabu. Looter as well, going to meet up with him. Go for the frag grenade.
Don't have your teammates roll in on this. Don't have your teammates roll in on this. You see your run. If you want to get into playoffs, you just have them take off. They're much better off as a duo than having one come in and having one stay out. Assuming
Irvine loses his engagement here, which they haven't yet. You're going to see Shabu take a little bit of damage as Elwood now peeks onto Looter. Going to hit him once there. Shabu now back up to 75% health, runs away, back down to 10% health as the Suck Extreme finishes it off as Looter as well, trying to run back. Elwood having a little bit harder of a time picking out him. Shabu is now down, kind of forcing the rest of Irvine to engage. Oh, Cuddy Boo Boo going to get the Suck Extreme. He's going to go down a little bit far out. EMP Captain finishing Shabu though. Cuddy Boo Boo now looking at it. Elwood switching attention over.
Now, if they were to get a couple kills here, and not sacrifice anything, that would be a huge win for UC Irvine. Because, with a differential of 12 and it previously being a differential of, 1, a kill makes all the difference.
Destiny.
By the way, we see a fight between UC Irvine, University of Cincinnati. I got to stop that. And Washington going on there.
Yep. And Irvine did lose 1. Shabu did get knocked and finished. But are they still looking to... I feel like they still want to fight this.
Do not engage this.
I don't know why they want to. They don't have ground advantage. They don't have numbers.
You are down a person. You very clearly do not have sight advantage. You do not need to be a freaking tactical genius to know that at this point.
Yeah, I mean, they have a bunch of trees to work with and some elevation, but the buildings offer a lot more variability in terms of cover. They do have Shadow Onesie does have the scope on the Mini 14, but he's going to get slapped as DeGrotto as the Car 98K is just going to put him down. And the Mini 14 is nothing on a Car 98 at this point.
This is not an engagement you want to take.
No, I'm surprised they're still taking it.
Even just looking from their perspective.
Even just from there.
The information that they have available. Sure, you knocked one person, but you didn't finish them, and you're already down 1.
And they did get
finished.
By the way,
Raikou from Arizona State taking out Carpe Diem from University of Cincinnati.
Yep, you can see that fight actually just happening to the northeast. The Snow Dragon's going to make an aggressive stance, pushing up Fallen Angel. Now looking at G Price and Carpe, who is still alive. He didn't get finished. You can just see through the hill the X-rays of Team 7, or Team 2, excuse me, Isolith. Now looking at Washington. Still 4 members healthy. Fozu, Destinator, Signite, and Isolith. 37 players left alive. No teams have been eliminated so far.
Not fully, at least.
Not fully. And
this could be bad for University of Cincinnati.
Yeah, Cincinnati and ASU pushing on that one yellow house.
Oh, this is Washington, I think. Wait.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
this
G
is
Price
Washington.
and ASU.
Oh no, this is Cincinnati. Never mind.
Cincinnati, yeah.
Yeah.
Cincinnati. Gonna go knock one Snow Dragons, finishing off G Price there. Carpe Diem peeking the left side, hearing Raikou pushing down the hill, take a pre-fire, not able to connect with the pre-fire. Carpe Diem pushing in the house off the Snow Dragons. Snow Dragons gonna be able to get out of the way as Carpe Diem reloads in the corner, trying to get his best onto a nice narrow peak. Raikou gonna finish on L0. Snow Dragons puts down Carpe Diem, as well as Cincinnati, and you can see the shots being for the ASU celebratory shots
Yeah.
as they finish
That's-
off their Cincinnati
yeah, that is-
rivals.
That is all for Cincinnati. Coming in last.
Oof. Cincinnati just not having a good engagement right there, and that's gonna, that's gonna hamper Elm's attempt to get to 100. I'm just being honest.
I don't know if he got any kills this game.
Mm-hmm.
Looks like UC Irvine did choose to disengage there, but not very far off.
Mm-hmm. Cuddy Boo Boo again. This is Irvine, who had a questionable engagement a little bit earlier with UT. Now split up with Robert Morris. Kind of right here, you see Squalid Movie, Trickster. Ali D and Lighty actually on the real squins in Heinrich from Mizzou. Lighty finishing off Heinrich. UConn finally putting some kills on the board. Raikou putting down DeGrotto from UT with a Car 98K headshot. Squalid Movie, Cuddy Boo Boo. Look at him. Look at the engagement. Oh, right there. Cuddy Boo Boo, turn around.
I had no idea.
There he goes. Gonna put down another one from Irvine. Get the finish.
Another one
Irvine
versus
now down
us.
to 2.
They need to just cut their losses here.
Honestly, Irvine is bleeding at this point, I think is the correct term. Just losing players left and right to engagements. As U of A now down, still in shooting range, in Irvine. Really close
What
to
the-
What?
Really?
Really? It's like
All right.
It's like, you know what? It's like a morale boosting session. They're all just, you know what? Here's the game plan, ladies. Swindle, turn into Major Big Bear. You got to do this. I get it. Oh, is he stuck? What's going on here? What's going on here?
No, you know what they're doing? They're all
Oh
playing
no! Here comes Irvine. Oh no!
They're playing D&D. That's what they're all doing.
They're playing D&D. Irvine, can I join?
Hey, Swindle, roll for initiative.
Hey, Swindle, roll for Shadow
they have
1Z
no
pushing
idea.
up. Look at it. What's happening here?
Looter probably has like, wait, what is going on?
What? Looter is so confused right now. He's gonna go down. Shadow 1Z's gonna knock Swindle, trying to get the spray down and finish him off. But now it's 1v2. Major Big Bear and Argonaut now looking at Shadow 1Z as Argonaut now he has to run the Shadow and put down Irvine for a 9th place finish. UConn, I hear it from across campus. A very slight cheer of yes.
That
Very-
is not good for.
No.
What was that? A 9th place finish for them?
Yeah, they just finished 9th.
Yeah. So that might just spell the end of their hopes for playoffs. Either way, they're definitely not going to come out of today feeling good.
No, not especially with that point value differential.
Because they know that UConn
They're
finished ahead of both games.
Lighty onto fried rice. There they go. There's another frag for UConn, and actually going to put down, I believe, Team 17 from Mizzou. And Mizzou's going to go down, actually. Mizzou finished 2nd place last game, but they are going to finish in 8th place. XPFC now looking at UConn. UConn feeling pretty good. Now any points more than this is gravy. And Lighty, the sub, actually coming in for Mr. Muffs, who I know for a fact plays on a notoriously bad laptop. We're talking like 20 FPS. And Lighty, on the other hand, plays on a computer that runs the game. So, you know, we see it in his fragging abilities. Is XPFC right here going to take some damage?
What happened to all that equipment you guys had for your huge LAN? Why not just give that to?
I had to go
Mr.
back
Muffs.
to iBuyPower at the end of the event.
Oh, they just sponsored it with the with the equipment. Okay.
Mhm. I mean, we do have computers that our gaming club can use, but I believe our HOTS team is using it currently.
See, I wish we had that here at Lockhaven.
As we come into,
But-
by the way, for all you HOTS fans, here's the dorm. Watch out for the tricky turtles. Side note, Isolith. Just thought I'd mention Isolith. Now on to UT. Elwood now. Isolith takes a little bit of damage.
Watch out when Rutgers puts the tricky turtles on their backs.
I don't know what you're talking about. Isolith having to first aid up now, looking at UT Signite pushing the more forward hold as Squalid Movie takes out Argonaut with the SKS downed. Argonaut from U of A, Squalid Movie from Robert Morris. Again, kind of just one of these long-range fights as Argonaut is down behind them, and you see Washington kind of diverting their attention back and forth, trying to get these two teams as the crate drops kind of central to where these two guys are. Or these three guys are, I should say, with U of A, UW, and UT Austin. So 7 teams now. 22.
Yeah, kind of a lull in the action here as everybody tries to focus in on each other.
Little bit of action there. Now we're kind of calm. Now we're waiting to see where the next engagement's going to go on. Again, that care package could kind of force an engagement with these teams here. I'd be hard pressed to see if Major Big Bear actually ends up going to get that package, as he just kind of wants to sit there inside the zone and do nothing, especially with the level 1 helmet. I mean, he's got good gear, but yeah, I don't know.
He should probably just sit there. Is Arizona in the playoffs? As of right now, at least?
University of Arizona, U of A. Take a look quick at our spreadsheet. Do not believe so. I believe they're in 12th. Look at Major Big Bear. He's just scoping out UW right here. He's not taking shots is actually suicide. So he's remaining calm. Although Robert Morris pushing up from behind could enter the fray as of right now. Major Big Bear just has to do absolutely nothing. Although he hears Robert Morris kind of down the hill. See Edwin Ace. Oh, Signite. Hey, is that a guy? Bonk. And he goes down. Now Edwin Ace, Squalid Movie. Robert Morris now looking at Washington right now. Heard those shots go down. Sees where the guys are at. Edwin Ace in a little bit of better spot to equip onto Fozu right now. Fozu going to go down. Nice shot from Edwin Ace's and Terrence knocking and killing Ali D from UConn. You hear that engagement up to the north. You see Divine Mercy still alive. Isolith actually getting Trickster with a frag grenade. Sigma Fozu's still down though, but the res about to come out as you see Isolith looking to maybe Isolith and Signite. Possible push right here as Trickster pushes back and Edwin is going for the res right now. Oh, that smoke grenade coming out from Robert Morris. They're outside the zone. Squalid Movie. Now they have to make the push inside the zone. Both teams are slightly out. They were. Now Washington is in.
That zone will chunk.
Barrel C trading onto N Terrence from San Diego. And as UConn finishes off San Diego,
wow.
Lighty with 2 frags and Feral C. Destinator onto Squalid Movie.
He's just sending the message that...
Oh, yeah.
UConn is just sending the message saying, you know what? We're not gonna...
No. You know what it is? Playoffs, boys. We may have gotten knocked out by Purdue. We may have gotten knocked out by Purdue last season, but this season, gosh darn it, we are in playoffs as Washington finishes off. Robert Morris right there. 4 teams left alive.
No matter how you put it, today was an excellent day for UConn.
Oh, absolutely. 100%.
Even at this point, if they were to place 4th right now, fantastic finishes. A third and a fourth.
A third and a fourth.
Yeah.
They have 3 players left, I believe, right?
Yeah,
I believe they lost Ali D, who got knocked and finished.
Yeah. They do have Oregon pushing up the hill towards them, but they only have 2.
Washington having the circle. And then Texas as well. Texas Austin as well. UConn has to move in here as Oregon pushing from behind. At some point, you're about to hear that engagement as Chubbaba running right by. Feral C is going to do the crouch run walk. Crouch run.
They have no idea either.
No, I do not believe. But they could get turned on. They do have the numbers advantage. You can see Chubbaba turning his head, looking up the hill. Lighty going to be. I think he's over the hill at this point.
I don't even think they. I think that Oregon thinks they moved on, which I mean they did at this point, but they haven't been moved on for long. And now they have to push right in.
Oh, they have to push on to UConn too. So, you know, we'll see kind of how this goes. The 2v3 does have the AUG, which is a solid gun, but, you know.
I'd actually rather have the M4. The M4 is actually just statistically better.
Yeah.
I don't know if you do that or not.
Mm-hmm. And most players are more familiar with it anyway.
Yeah. Oh, boy.
Oh, no.
Oh.
Now Washington. This is going to be a little spicy right now. 4 teams and 12 players left alive. With 3 of these teams being right on top of each other. And then Texas Austin just kind of sitting outside being like, yeah, no.
And none of them know each other there.
Oh, no. Now UConn and Washington are fighting each other.
Oregon might know that UConn's there, but
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
Lighty trying to take
Lady
shots.
has 4 kills this game.
Lighty.
7 total kills from UConn.
My boys. The sub worked. Muffs is great when he's doing nothing and snake boying around. Lighty's a fragger. Signite taking shots. Destinator will be taking shots as well.
Maybe UConn should rethink their starting roster.
I mean, Muffs is a sub by default. Sometimes you just have to play with him.
Oh, I thought Lighty was the...
No, Lighty is the starter.
Okay.
Fozu. Destinator might go down. Lighty on Destinator. Elwood onto Salsa. From Oregon. Now you see the 2 teams engage with each other. Signite reconsidering the peak nate. Now Feral C gonna have to heal up a little bit as he gets shot at. Relief from Signite. Lighty taking those suppressive fires onto Signite. Signite not gonna connect with anything. You get a nice shot. Lighty gonna take a hit in the head with a level 3 helmet. And only gonna live from that helmet. You see Chumbawamba onto Elwood. And you see Oregon.
UConn winning this engagement would be a huge morale boost for them going into playoff.
I can tell you right now, it absolutely would be, but either way, we're definitely happy. His Isolith goes down, Lighty. His damage is going to be insane. Fozu pushing up. Hear that call, Divine Mercy. Hey, pushing up. Fozu, half health on the side. Signite. Now again, running by. UConn is dealing a lot of damage right now, putting rounds down range. And the best thing I think that could happen for them realistically is that someone wins the Oregon and UT fight. You see Chumbawamba knocking out EMP Captain, is that secures them 3rd place, at the very least. So that's the best thing that could happen. Second best thing is that they win this engagement, but given the skill difference between the 2 teams, I'm not sure. As the Suck Extreme finishes Chumbawamba, and that is it right there. The best thing happened. Now Signite is super low. You can see him have to reheal. Fozu going to be more of an aggressive stance, pushing up forward. Pushing up a little bit farther, rest of the team. So if he goes down, it might be an easy pick and finish for UConn right here.
Yeah. Lighty needs to kind of be careful here, too. They know he's in the exact same place he was before.
Yeah, he hasn't really moved. So, I mean, it's not like both teams don't know where they are. And then Divine Mercy going to go down Fozu with the aggressive peak. And you're going to see the pan out of Destinator. No, a little bit of an error. I believed.
Lighty, if you want to just chuck nades downhill.
Here comes the smoke.
That'll probably hold him off for long enough to get the res off.
Yeah, UConn's about to get, in classic UConn PUBG fashion, get pincered between 2 teams. That's, happened more than I can... Yeah. More than I'd want to say. Actually does, but such is life.
Or, they could always just move in on the south side.
They could. It's possible for them to get out of here, but... No. Realistically speaking, they're going to have to either engage with one team as Signite gets a nice nade on Divine Mercy, leaving Feral. There they go. Divine Mercy going to get finished with the frag grenade.
Yeah, no, I don't think UConn lives a ton longer, but 3rd place with 7 or 8 kills. I don't know how many exactly
7
they
still,
have.
yeah.
That's still ridiculous.
That's still really good, and it's going to grow that skill gap, grow that point gap, not that skill gap. Grow that point gap a heck of a lot more.
And as we have been the last week, we will be getting you an update on the points right after this game is over.
Mm-hmm.
As soon as we can.
As soon as we can. Oh boy, UConn's still alive for some reason. And if UT actually can engage Washington right now, and get those, Destinator on Elwood, and Elwood trading with Fozu. Here they come. Here's the engagement. This is exactly what UConn needs. Best case scenario. You can see the 2 teams now engaging with each other. Elwood gonna get rezzed here. Suck Extreme.
University of Washington engaging with both these teams right now is fantastic for both of these teams.
Mm-hmm.
Oh!
Ooh, and Texas gets the zone. But UConn, you can see Washington. You can see their movement. You can see where their arrow is. Their little carrot. Oh, forgot.
Oh, I like that decision.
That's actually really cool. He can now peek. That's some Rainbow Six strats right there.
Yeah.
You forget that you can do that with these doors, is you can tear the top off the door and then have yourself some cover. You can see now Signite trying to watch for the rotate from Yukon down lower. So I mean now
I
just
think
it's
University. I think UConn just needs to kind of flank along the south, get towards the short side, and
mhm.
try that way.
They're not in a good spot one way or another. So
University of Washington's in a worse spot. Well,
but they
maybe
do have
not.
four. They have 4 players, and if
They
they
have-
run around the side, then they're still moving
Yeah.
closer to the zone. So
They also have the low side, so they can take that cover.
yeah, look at Elwood now onto Lighty and Yukon. Lighty gonna go down. Feral C about to go down to
Yes.
Yukon, finishing in third. I'll take it.
I'm sure
Elwood
they
on.
will too.
Signite looking a little bit low right now as Fozu knocks out Elwood and finishes him off. Suck Extreme and EMP Captain, 2 left alive right now. 2v3 or 2v4 actually. He's not dead. They didn't finish off. Oh, Fozu gonna go down as well.
The
Interesting.
headshot by Suck Extreme.
Suck Extreme and EMP Captain left alive. I'm gonna see Fozu getting res right here. Signite as well. Isolith just finally died, so now a 2v3, not totally unwinnable. As EMP Captain makes an aggressive push, as Fozu gets that first aid off, but he's going to be pushing around the side. Detonator going to go down. Now Signite, now Fozu left alive. It's possible, actually. We're going to see Fozu going to be the aggressive stance as EMP Captain pushes onto Fozu, going to get Fozu. Wait, now it's actually super likely 1v1. Signite finishing off Detonator. Suck
Plus,
Extreme.
EMP Captain still has the res available to him if he can get it, which
Signite
is
is
not
in
a terribly unlikely thing at this
No,
point.
but Signite
Signite's
has
up the hill.
He has that angle watching, so now getting the call out,
now
knows
it's
where he is.
1v1.
1v1. UT could actually take this win right here.
Who do you give it to?
Given the position, Signite?
Yeah, given the position
Oh,
and the
and the
history and the
circle.
fact that EMP just took a bunch of circle damage,
He
Signite.
has 8 first aids. I mean, that's
Does he
something.
have stims?
No, I think it was just first aids.
Oh, and now he's got to use another first aid. Signite has him completely pinned and he's going to run around.
Yeah, here comes the push. He's going to know that the first aid is happening. EMP Captain actually able to get the first aid off. Oh,
Whoa!
whoa! Holy nuts, EMP Captain!
Dang!
JP!
Oh, with
is
13
going-
kills!
Wow! Oh my gosh! He actually faked him out. I don't
That
think
is-
Signite was ready for
that
the
is-
right peak. He was waiting for the
Did you
left
see-
peak.
Did you see what happened there? So that was great game awareness by EMP Captain. He knew that he could take that half a step to the left just to get out of the range of Signite
Mm-hmm.
and still be healing.
And still be healing. That's insane. That was a great play, a great flank. He played that actually really well, going down to the rock, finishing off Fozu, and then proceeding to not go for the res. The call out from his teammate. Just very well played at the end there, even though Signite had the initial advantage, and it looked like he was going to get it, even with the push. He saw he dealt damage, and hey, he's going to first aid, I have to go push back. Wow.
Yeah, that was. Somebody clip that, please.
That was
I
fantastic.
could watch that play.
I could watch that replay
Over.
all day. Fantastic work from UT, securing game number 2.
All right, so now we're going to move on to our interviews. Our first interview is going to be with the University of Cincinnati, our winners of Game 1. We'll be getting them in here in just a moment.
Yeah, once they come in though, overall you had, just looking at some notable kills, Signite 5 kills, Lighty from UConn, finally glad to call him out, 4 kills. Who else am I looking at? And about it, really. Those are your top 5. EMP Captain and Elwood, 4 each. Ice Signite having 5, Detonator 2, Feral C having 2. Squalid Movie, Robert Morris actually had 2. So yeah, overall, I mean, just an absolutely fantastic night from UConn, and that point differential, as you can see, Irvine just not having a good night, coming in 9th with 1 kill, doesn't beat 3rd with 7. So
You said 9th with 1 kill is how many they had?
yeah, 9th place,
Yeah.
1 kill.
So let me see here. Sorry, we are just doing the calculations behind the scenes to give you an exact amount of what we have for our UConn versus UCI fight right now.
Mm-hmm.
And UConn is going to end today with 473 points. University of California, Irvine is going to finish the day with 442 points.
boy.
That's going to really secure the spot for UConn.
That's about
And now
30
that
points, right?
Yeah, it's about 30 points. And now that we've brought that to you, we're going to move on to our interview here with, looks like we're going to have Elm Zero and Carpe Diem from the University of Cincinnati. So we bring it right to that right now.
I just moved to.
Hey,
Hello.
What's up, guys?
welcome to the stream.
Hello, friends. Nice to see you.
Nice to see everybody.
Nice to see you.
Congratulations on your win in Game 1 with a pretty strong position, I would say, going into the ending there. Guys, just want to go down and introduce yourselves real quick. Carpe first, Honey Badger.
Yeah, I'm Carpe Diem. Connor?
Wild Honey Badger.
I'm Elm Zero, and my name's Griffin.
Welcome to the
He's a memer.
stream. He is a memer. Having a good time tonight. So, my first question is, I saw you go after Hate D there from Oregon with the Uzi, and I know you guys said something to each other. What was it?
Yeah.
What was it?
That I felt bad because we thought I went and told Swindle from U of A that I was going to land there. So I thought that was Swindle, and I felt really bad when it wasn't Swindle. So I said, "I'm sorry, Hated," and then Honey killed him.
Yeah, he
I
killed him.
finished him.
He
Put him out
killed
of his
him.
misery.
He killed him before I could pan him, and I got sad.
So, what do you guys think about your current position? Closing the gap
well-
between Washington tonight.
Well, that didn't happen.
Well,
second game. That
Second
did not
game.
That didn't happen.
Yeah, first game though.
I think a lot of teams over rotated. So like when I was thinking more people would be like middle west, they were all east for some reason. The only team, so like we just like got stuck because everyone rotated to the east. So
Yeah, and that's just it's kind of just one of those unfortunate situations.
yeah.
I knew when he got knocked that.
Oh yeah,
Saw that it was ASU. I knew they were gonna come for us. So
Yeah.
I was just like, well, we're screwed.
Yeah, ASU pushed us pretty hard. Elmo, we could have held a hill where we had originally pushed up to after rotating north of the river. But I didn't think Washington would actually leave that compound like they did. So yeah, so I figured we might as well be better off rotating east, trying to get another building and just wait till circle moves again. But nope, ran into ASU and I got instant headshotted. So.
Yeah, getting us a headshot at
Yeah,
not fun.
but that
Yeah,
first game, I think you guys rotated pretty well, and it ended up working out in
Yeah.
your favor.
Yeah, we got a compound pretty solid in the middle, and then we just got to hold that for most of the game, and then everyone had to rotate around us, and we just picked off. So
Now, Mr. Airless, I just want to say that I was memeing absolutely 100% the whole time.
he says that.
Really did not
He says that.
did not really care about winning at all. Actually, in all honesty, I expected to die and was really hoping on dying. Whole time I said I didn't want to kill ASU because I want them to be the #1 spot in the
And-
global leaderboards.
Until
sadly,
Reiki
we
just
had
entered
to
into
fight.
us. Yeah, Reiki just kind of crashed our compound, and we just collapsed one before. So
I mean, my question is, why Elm?
Why? Well, do you want to hear the real version or you want to hear the polished version?
Let's
Whatever
hear the real
safer
version
stream.
first, and then the polished version.
The safer stream version?
Yes,
Yeah,
somewhere in the middle.
Somewhere in the middle.
just on the edge
Um,
of safer stream. Like,
Okay.
Gotta
Well,
fuel
well,
the fire.
well, it kind of depends. What do you consider safe for stream?
You know,
PG-13.
I wouldn't drop an F-bomb or anything.
No, there's
but-
no-
Oh, well,
there's no
yeah,
swearing.
of course. This is a Christian Minecraft server. I would never swear. No. Yeah. But anyways, no, I just personally I have some personal opinions that I have not found savory within the community itself, and people might not find my opinions very savory. But that's completely fine. I'm not here to debate anybody. And well, if they definitely want to debate me about it, I am willing to share my 100% opinion. And luckily, I'm a top fragger. I've been in tournaments before. I definitely know what the problems are. But if nobody wants to hear me out on it, completely fine. That's they'll have their opinions. I'll have my opinions. Which will result in me as a player not playing what I believe to my 100% capacity.
Interesting.
Yep.
Yeah.
So,
So
just gonna move forward and try to get the 100 bomb, and that will probably be it for me.
heck yeah.
You think
Yeah.
you can do it in 2 games?
In 2 games, probably.
Really?
kinda
We're gonna feed him his.
Yeah.
Yo, game 2, I dropped him every single one of my attachments.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he
Yes.
actually did.
So the whole team's in on it then, huh?
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah. and it's good to have them support me like that. That's I think what keeps me going personally. But other than that, probably try to drop the 100 bomb. It's really not that impossible. It's 11 kills in next 2 games. So it's not that bad, but
It's not unreasonable.
no, not unreasonable at all. But try to drop the 100 bomb. If I don't, oh well. If I do, cool. Really have no forward or aggressive opinion about it.
Do you think this kind of PMA with helping Elm has like kind of increased team morale to begin with, or like how has this affected like you guys' team play?
It doesn't really affect it because I have a tendency to get like 400, 500 damage around and just get like 1 kill. Like, so like I'm most of the time I'm lighting him up and he's just finishing them anyway. So
Yeah.
whatever.
No, very good.
Yep. Yeah, but it's good overall.
It at least keeps it like relaxed for the most part. I think that was the biggest thing. Is the first game we were just relaxed. Like we didn't really we weren't like super aggressive. Like I tried to keep us from overextending. It didn't really happen, so it wasn't a huge issue. But like it was just relaxed. It was like, hey, I'm shooting this guy over here, but cool. Aim, shoot. G was just watching our back. I would help him from time to time, make sure the team from Yaz, which ended up rotating like hard east for some reason. They probably knew we were there and just didn't want to deal with this, which is fine. So, but we just like watched our back, let him do his thing, or whatever. So.
So are you guys ready for playoffs, you think, or how are you going to tackle tomorrow in terms of going into the playoff season?
We'll probably have fun with it tomorrow.
Tomorrow's a meme day.
Yeah,
Oh,
we
no.
We kind of lost our potential to get 2nd place, so
Yeah,
we're just gonna meme it out.
ASU pushed on us, and then apparently they lost a rotation somehow. So I don't know, bad shot calling on their end if they're losing that compound and just getting over aggressive. But I mean, that's what happened to us in the end of the first half. We over over focused on West Virginia, and then we got bent. So yeah, that's what happened. Like we were like, oh, we like hard focused on him. We were playing. I think it was our first time playing with G. He was like, oh, I don't know what's going on. He just left and he got picked off, and then they rotated in. 2 of us were down. It wasn't good. We got dead last. Yeah, and I was talking to Snow Dragons. I was like, dude, what the heck happened? And they lost to an over rotation. It's fine. It happens. It's whatever. It happens. It's not a big deal. It like seeing as they've got their average placement was like 2. They can have a bad game every now and again.
Every now and then.
Yeah.
1.9.
Yeah.
So, guys, thank you for coming on. I appreciate your honesty and talking. It's been interesting, and I look forward to seeing the way you guys kind of take this and go to playoffs with it.
Oh yeah, you'll see me. Getting.
Will I? Huh?
Maybe we'll see.
In playoffs, I won't be giving him my attachments,
debating.
and I'll be getting all the kills.
Yeah.
Well,
I will say this from a personal standpoint. Honestly, I may not be in playoffs. We will see.
Oh no, interesting.
I get it.
But yeah, it's still being in team talks. But I'm personally not afraid to talk about it. I'll either be in it or won't, and we'll see how that goes.
Every
Yeah.
team in CBA is either in playoffs or they're not. So
Yeah, we're just talking about a specific player.
No,
That's
I
it.
know.
Yeah.
every player then. But
Yeah.
either way,
Yeah.
you
And
see.
and that's not gonna super affect us. We have a lot of really good players that you guys haven't even seen, so it's fine.
Ooh,
Just
Ooh.
so
interesting.
Oh, we can't wait to see the depth of your roster then.
oh yeah,
I'll definitely-
We're gonna mix it up completely
Oh,
Yep.
before starting.
Yep.
oh no. Interesting.
I mean,
Oh,
play-in should. I'm not gonna lie, play-in should be a walk in the park for us.
Hmm.
Like,
Ooh.
I wouldn't be surprised to see if we walked out with more than one win.
Ooh.
And
there's
that's like, and
interesting.
I'm throwing down a gauntlet too, because I know West Virginia's probably gonna have to play in. GCR's been hitting their stride recently.
Well,
All right. Well, thank you very
So-
much, University of Cincinnati.
Yeah.
Thank you for coming and
Yeah.
joining us.
and good
Well,
luck.
Thank you for having
For
me.
having us.
Yeah. Thanks for having us.
Good
Thanks
luck.
for winning.
And Elm Zero, I'll probably see you in about 45 minutes.
Probably.
Probably.
Yep. Probably.
Probably.
Okay.
All right.
Bye.
Bye,
All
right.
ladies.
Yeah.
See you guys.
Now just waiting on UT to go ahead and join up and get in so we can give you guys their interview and their side of the story.
We will be bringing that to you guys here in just a moment.
But yeah, I think now going into tomorrow, Irvine has a not insurmountable point difference to get into, but it's 30. It's about 30 as opposed to what do you call it? 30 points as opposed to 1 point is yeah. So actually, I'm going to move and bring UT in, and we will bring them to you right now. Hey
guys.
Hey, what's
Hey,
up?
what's up,
guys?
man?
What's up?
Not much. First of all, EMP Captain, holy crap, that play at the end was insane.
This is fantastic.
Thank you. Yeah, I knew that he was gonna start pushing me from the right side because that was the last angle he peeked me on. So I was like, if I can get this med off, then I can peek left because he's gonna be expecting me to still get that med on, and just landed my shots and got the kill.
Yeah,
Lucky because my best was actually almost already popped. I don't know if it was popped towards the end. And
That was great game awareness by you, EMP Captain. Though that you knew that you could take that half step left to avoid that angle and still be medding.
Mm-hmm. And then I think the team coordination too, with the push down the hill towards the rock, and then kind of the rest of you guys engaging kind of on Washington towards the end there. I think I was just
give that to Elliot. Elliot gave some good rotation
Really good
calls.
call-outs, yeah.
put us in the
Oh
best
yeah,
position
because
we can be.
the zone went far northeast when we thought it was going to go southeast, so we rotated. And when we rotated, the team that was in the compound, the cross compound, rotated out, and so we knew that, and we decided to rotate back, and we saw that they were back at the yellow house single. So we just rushed the cross compound and got it back. So it was a lot of rotations and then re-rotations and backtracking, but it ended up working out for the best.
I think we went to like 3-4 different compounds that game.
Yeah, I think it was like
Kind
5
of-
different compounds.
Kind of insane.
Yeah,
Just back and forth.
yeah, just trying to get the best position in the zone.
Well, you guys definitely, that rotation there at the end was definitely an excellent display of macro strategies and also micro strategies at the very end there.
Mm-hmm.
We were kind of questioning the micro earlier in the game, though. So, DeGrotto, I want you to take us through your mindset. So, you earlier in the game were suppressing UC Irvine with your sniper, looking at both compounds. Now, we've seen a lot of other teams in CBA, instead of having one person look at two, they'll have, because you guys had all 4 people at that point. So, what was the strategy with having you suppress both of them instead of having a 2-and-2 split?
Or are we wrong? Was it not like that at all?
Yeah.
Are you referring to
We were on the yellows.
the guys
Yeah.
south?
Yep.
Oh, yellow.
Yep, you were south and suppressing a team that was split between 2 compounds. The team was UC Irvine.
Oh, I was just trying to line up the headshots. I only landed a shot on a level 3 helmet then. I couldn't tell actually where the rest of my team was shooting. I was just looking between 2 windows. I didn't know there was a guy in the first floor bottom window that the others were shooting, so I just kept on looking in between the 2.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, is that when they were originally in those 2 compounds and we were in
Yeah.
the yellow?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
that was
Okay.
when we were
Yeah,
in the
yeah,
yellows.
yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
I think at that point we kind of had the idea that no one was really behind us, so there was like no point in looking behind us, except like I guess at that compound where they were. That's just like
Right.
my
Well,
thinking.
yeah, we originally were trying to get it 2 knocks in them so we could push that compound, but then the zone changed and we thought it was going
And
to go southeast, so we
yeah,
started.
and
We were like, oh,
we
we're going to
decided to
rotate
move
out.
south
Yeah.
2 houses.
Yeah, and that's when that team that we were fighting decided to push us. And since we had the knowledge of them being at that compound before and knew that they left, we started rotating back to that compound and saw that 2 people were fighting at the single yellow and it was free. So we decided just to rush it and take it.
Awesome. So is that kind of your general rule of thumb? Is 2 people per 2 people in a compound, then you push? Or
Not
does it really
always,
depend?
just specifically that compound because there was 2 and 2, I think, or it may be 3 and 1 on each side. So
It was 2 and 2, yeah.
Yeah, so it's 2 and 2. So if we got 2 knocks, then it would be easier to push rather than just 1 because they could just trade the revives.
Mm-hmm. Would you so would that be more if you got 2 picks on one side, but what if it was 1 and 1, do you think? Would that be the same situation?
Yeah, particularly because it would give us both time to rush it with them not peeking us because they'd be trying to trade the revives. So it would be practically a 4v2 because 2 of them would be stuck medding at the time when we push. So
Yep.
Yeah.
At that point, Elliot just said, "I want that compound," and we were just gonna try taking it anyway.
Oh yeah, we just went for it.
Yeah.
We want it. We're gonna get it.
It's always
we'll
I want
get it
this
from you.
compound. Let's just go and take it.
So, I mean, going into playoffs now, do you guys, we saw UC actually saying that they were going to change some stuff up, but what about you guys? Are you guys thinking about doing anything different going into the qualifiers?
Well, I heard that UTSA likes to land Pachinki, and that's where we've been landing a lot of the time. So we're either thinking about contesting it or not. So we're still on the edge on that.
Ooh,
So
interesting.
Yeah.
What's again, what kind of goes into your rationale behind that? Because that's a risky drop.
it is, and I mean, I think we could do it, but it would be at a cost. So in the finals or in the qualifiers, we'd want to make sure that we can secure maybe some top placements. So we don't want to lose that person early game.
Yeah. And so if you're, what else are you guys thinking? So if you have Pachinki, then kind of what else are you guys thinking about doing instead if you want to drop safer?
I don't know. I got a couple strats in mind, but I'd rather not share.
That's totally get it. Yeah.
There we go. Yeah.
There we go. I'm looking forward to seeing it, honestly.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
For
Well,
sure.
thank you very much, guys, for coming out.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah, no
Thank
problem.
you.
Yeah,
Thank
we
you.
will see you tomorrow in your final games of the regular season, and then hopefully not completely secured yet, but you're pretty much there. We will see you in the qualifiers.
Yes,
All right,
sir.
guys. See
All
you.
right.
Thank you for the interview.
Have a good evening.
You too.
You too.
Peace.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, with that, we will be concluding our stream for the Diamond Division games. We will be back on in a little under an hour for the Emerald and Ruby games. So if you're interested in seeing UTSA and rest of Emerald and the rest of Ruby, you can check us out then. Until then, we'd like to thank you for coming out and viewing the stream. We appreciate every single one of the viewers. If you enjoyed what you watched, you can follow the notification to be notified for when we go live in about an hour, or for tomorrow's games at 9. In as well, you can subscribe to our Twitch channel. By no means is it necessary, but you do get access to this wonderful CBA Snake Boys emote. You can see it in the chat right about now. If you so desire, we thank all of our subscribers for helping to make CBA the premier collegiate PUBG league. You can follow our social media on Facebook and Twitter, receive updates about the league, join our Discord if you would like to have to chat with the players or the staff, or if you have any questions about maybe bringing your school into the fold in the next season. And other than that, we appreciate you, the viewers, for your participation, for you coming out and cheering your schools on.
Yeah, thanks, guys. having you in here and having you watch everything that we do, and having your support, that makes us all worthwhile. And without you guys, we really couldn't do what we do.
Mm-hmm. So, ladies and gentlemen, with that, we'll be ending the stream right here, but we will be back shortly, a little bit under an hour, for the Emerald and Ruby games. Don't go anywhere, ladies and gentlemen. Have a good evening.